You know, this was a busy week for high school athletics across the state of Texas. Monday was Realignment Day, where schools got to see what district they'll be in for the next 2 years. Then Wednesday was Signing Day, which has lost a little luster due to the early signing period in December. However, we found some interesting storylines, and Pat Doney wraps up the week in our North Texas Honda Dealers Inside Story.
It was another huge gathering at Birdville Athletics Complex as just about every head football coach and athletic director in North Texas showed up to see what district their team would be in for the next 2 years. As usual, there were a few surprises when the districts were revealed. Plano ISD schools are separated from Allen for the first time in a long time, which is not a bad thing for the Plano schools since Allen has not lost a district game since 2012. Allen is now joined with Denton Braswell and Geyer, while the Plano schools pair up with Louisville ISD schools and Coppell. The most competitive district should be 11-6A, which has recent state champions Cedar Hill and DeSoto, along with recent state runner-ups Duncanville, Waco Midway, and Mansfield Lake Ridge.
It means that we're going to have to really be prepared. We're going to have to prepare all of our kids, because when you're in a district like that, it's really rough. You have injuries. So you have to build depth so that, you know, as players go out and go in, that you have other players to come in and take their place.
In 5A, there's a few tough districts as Frisco Lone Star and Denton Ryan will face off in 5A Division I. Then there's 7 5A Division I with Longview dropping down into a district with Highland Park and McKinney North.
It's different than what we've been playing, and it's going east, and Longview being the longest game, and of course they're a great football team. And John Tyler, we hadn't been in a district with them before, so it's different, but it's going to be very competitive, and our region's loaded.
Look for several new teams in the playoffs, especially out of Dallas ISD, as their teams have 2 districts that are almost all DISD teams. LD Bell might have an inside track to a playoff spot, too, as HEB schools were put in a district with Fort Worth ISD. As for signing day, we saw most of DFW's big-name players sign back in December, but at Lancaster, there was some intrigue. Trey Bradford, the over 3,000-yard career rusher, signed with national champion LSU. Bradford's the only running back in LSU's recruiting class.
LSU, they're the national champs, you know what I'm saying? So. And then when I went down there, they got good coaches. That make it feel like a home. So that's what pretty much made me commit.
Lancaster wideout Latrell Caples also made a D1 move as he signed to play for Boise State. And speaking of wide receivers going places, the Colony sent 3 of their receivers to D1 schools. Keith Miller and Christian Gonzalez signed with the University of Colorado, while Miles Price is Texas Tech bound. The Cougars had one of DFW's most prolific offenses as the 3 receivers combined for 181 catches and 2,800 yards, along with 35 touchdowns.
I want to get somewhere where I can play early. So, like, Coach Tucker and Coach Shell, they're really going to give me an opportunity to play early because they lost LaVisca, and that's one of the tallest wide receivers. And me going into that program, I'm going to be one of the tallest wide receivers. So that's really one of the main reasons. I just want to play early.
It'll be a lot easier getting acclimated because I have somebody I know already. And it'll just be fun. It'll just be like high school.